Principle number 9, always look in the mirror first and then respond. This principle suggests we come to understand ourselves best through our relationships with other people. We can only be triggered by something we've experienced in ourselves, aka we couldn't see it in someone else unless we've seen it in ourselves. In turn, this means the traits we tend to dislike in others are usually the traits we do not like about ourselves. We then tend to judge and criticize these characteristics. This calls to mind the analogy of pointing a blaming finger at someone and discovering that 3 are pointing back to ourselves. When certain characteristics in someone's personality trigger a negative reaction from you, there's likely something within you that's coming up because it's ready to be healed. Usually it represents issues from your past that have gone unresolved. An example of this would be constantly attracting people who betray you in close relationships because you haven't dealt with a parental abandonment issue from your past. What you are seeing is a manifestation of your belief that you can't trust anyone with your feelings. Here's another example. You're someone who has a constant need to prove to others that you are right. Chances are you're going to attract people who will strongly disagree with you because they also have the need to convince others to see life from their perspective. Also, if you dislike controlling people, most likely you dislike some bossy tendencies within yourself. Every person we meet in life is showing up at the perfect time in our lives to reflect something we need to heal within ourselves. The people with whom you interact are showing you who you are and ultimately providing you with an opportunity to love yourself. Since our mission is to discover what we don't love and learn to love it, the people who get on our nerves the most are among our greatest teachers. So in this awareness, when it becomes time to respond, you will want to have forgiven yourself, as this is the most effective way to disengage from negative interactions with people. We can only love and accept others to the degree that we love and accept ourselves. When you make it a habit to learn from your relationships, eventually you'll discover that you can observe negative traits within others without judging and without getting hooked into someone else's drama. If you discover that you're in a relationship with someone who habitually abuses you in some way, it's sometimes healthy to limit your exposure to that person or to avoid their company completely. This serves you well only after you've embraced the lessons that you've seen reflected to you through that relationship, followed by choosing to forgive yourself and then choosing to forgive the other person. The flip of this coin, and the good news is that desirable behaviors we see in others is also a reflection of ourselves. When we predominantly choose thoughts of love, we live in a reality of love. In other words, as we focus on our light within, we bring out the light within others. We came to this earth to return to the remembrance that we are all one. Everyone we meet has come into our path and is here to remind us and to inspire us. Principle number 9, look in the mirror first and then respond.